Yeah, hi Viresh, good evening. My screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, today in this class we will discuss about the introduction of SAP. Okay, so today SAP is one of the ERP software. So first we will know about what is ERP and why ERP needed and what is the advantages of ERP and introduction of SAP and different modules. What are the different modules in SAP? These and all topics we will discuss in this class. Okay. So this is the agenda for this today's class. So first we will discuss about what is ERP. ERP means Enterprise Resource Planning. In this, E means enterprise means if you take any business, any organization, any business, we can take as a enterprise, we can consider as a enterprise. And the resource, when coming to resource means we all know that money, manpower, material, machinery, methods, marketing, whatever the resources we are having to run the industry, to run the business. So these and all we are considering as a resources. So when coming to P means planning. So set goals. Okay. So what ERP software will do means actually, so how to utilize all the resources properly, and how to plan and how effectively we can utilize the resources. For this purpose, this ERP software will use. So next, coming to why ERP required. If you take any organization or any company, like for example, if you take any production company, so what are the departments involved in that production company? Like HR department must and should, we need HR department for recruiting of manpower resources, whatever the necessary resources we need to produce any material. So that resource planning and all, uh, HR department will take care about that resource part. So and sales department, we need whatever the products we are producing, that we need to do sales. So for that we need sales department. And we need production department, whatever the product we need to produce. For that we need production department. And engineering department, whatever the product or equipment or machinery we need to produce. So for that we need some drawings and all, right? So for these, we need to engineering department is there. And inventory, whatever the spare parts we need to produce those final product. For that uh, we need to inventory management is required. For that, one department will be there in any production industry. And accounting department or finance department will be there for accounting, finance related activities. And purchasing department will be there. Purchasing departments means if we need to produce one final product. For producing final product, we need several components or materials, spare parts. So those spare parts we will procure from other vendors, external vendors. So for that we need purchasing department. So if you take any company, any organization, so different types of departments will work together, then only we can achieve the uh, organization goals. Business intelligence. So not only this, whatever I am showing, these are all not fixed departments. If you take any company, so in each and every company, they, as per requirement, their company having different departments. So ultimately, expect what I am saying is, if we take any organization or any business, so business having so many departments in that business. So okay, so actually how business will run, for example, if we take any for example any car manufacturing production manufacturing company. So first customer, if any customer wants to buy that car, so he will approach customer relation management team. He will approach any uh, delivery persons. He will approach to them. So what he will do, he will check with inventory person or salesperson whether the whether the expected product is available or not, right? If he is having the information about what are all the how many cars are available and what customer expecting, for example customer wants black color car or specific specifications they need with that car. So at the time that salesperson, what he wants to do, he wants to check with uh, the how many cars are available with that specifications, whether it is cars are available or not. So based on that information only he can tell to customer like yeah, car is available or not, or expected availability he can say, he can tell to customer. If he has no information about how many final product produced cars are there, so he cannot tell to the customer, right? So he wants some information like how many cars are readily available for sale or not. So if he has no information, then what he will do, he will contact to inventory department. So in inventory they will maintain the uh, all output cars and all, and how many uh, final products they produced and how many are ready to sell. That information they will maintain in inventory department. So salesperson will ask to inventory person. So if inventory person uh, in, there is no readily available car is not available, so then he will tell like, oh, right now we cannot deliver any car at a time, so it will take some this much time and all. So for collecting these information from inventory team, by salesperson, so it will take time. If in case inventory person not available or not receiving any phone, so then what, then salesperson what he will tell to customer. So he cannot tell the expected time, or whether it is available or not, or how when he can expect, like that that information he cannot pass to customer. So at the time customer what he feels, okay, he feels some satisfied with their services, and he will went to he will reach to some other vendors or some other. And for example if inventory person uh, gets the order details like some one final product, one car is required, like that information he will receive. So he wants to pass to production department. So if production person what he wants to take check means, for producing one final product of a car, what are the components we need for producing car, for producing a car. So these details he need to confirm from warehouse department. So whereas warehouse people only they will maintain all the stock material, and these details, these materials he will maintain in warehouse departments. So
Warehouse
purchasing
department is nothing but
or inventory or warehouse department, whatever we can call. Again, that so production department people will contact with inventory team or warehouse team for these many raw materials we need for producing this final product of a car. So if those materials readily available in inventory or store, then he will issue the materials and he will produce car. Otherwise what he wants to do, again he wants to contact with the purchasing team. So purchasing team will raise one purchase order. So from external we need to wait for uh, receipt till receipt of that particular materials from vendor. So it will take some time. Once we receive the material from external vendor, so then we need to do our production. Once we produce, then only we can deliver the final product. So if in so for each and every department, otherwise if we take one more example, if we need to produce one car, for that we need some resources. If resources not available, readily not available, then what he wants to do, he need to send a request to HR department, like we need some specific persons to produce this product. So we need to recruit resource. So again, it will take some time to recruit, and he will once the resource will join, it will take some time. So that means what we are observing in this scenario, so there is no combined information, one centric information system there is not available. So each time every department people, then they are dependent in some other department response. If one person, one department people not responding, so uh, ultimately the what the result is, customer not satisfied with their services, or the expected time of goods delivery, we cannot deliver the goods in expected time. So with all these points, ultimately the business will get lost. Did you understand what I am saying?
Yeah, getting.
Yeah. For this, we need one any software, like we need to maintain these datas. We need one software. So that is enterprise resource planning. Uh, we are having different softwares in ERP systems. So in this ERP enterprise systems, we are having two systems, like decentralized system and centralized system. If we take decentralized system means, if we are having a different, we are already discussed that we are, in any industry we will take so many departments will be there. So each department they will maintain in their data only in separate applications or any separate folders. So there is no connection between sales team and inventory, and there is no connection between inventory and production planning, and there is no connection between production planning and finance. So data will not they are maintaining separately. That is not, they are not maintaining centric uh, system. So at the time, what will happen? Customer will come and he will ask for some any product to, and customer reach to sales team, and he will uh, give order for some. For example, if we take any water bottle company, so he will customer wants, I need 20,000 water bottles, and he will reach to sales team and he will give order like 20,000 water bottles we need. So what his sales team will do, he has no details about how much inventory we are maintaining, like these details he salesperson not knowing, because the inventory team people they are maintaining separate in their own system, they are maintaining separate data. So there is no connection between. So at the time, salesperson what he will contact with the inventory person through phone or through mail. So he will wait, reply comes from inventory team. So again here delay, taking time or delay happening here. So if readily available stock not available, then he needs to go to production planning, and he need to produce these water bottles. And if manpower is readily available, then he can produce those water bottles. And if the spare parts or raw material not available, then purchase department will need to procure those raw materials. Though if finance person they are not having sufficient budget, they need to take approval from higher management to procure raw material. So these individual, because of maintaining these individual data, so they are not getting the real time data, like how many uh, readily available products are now available, or how much products are in process producing, already they are in process. So how much raw material they are procuring from vendors, uh, those details they are not having any in common system, they are not having. So these delays will happen in this decentralized system. If we come to centralized system, in centralized system, ERP system, if we maintain the data in one centralized system, like sales people will come and maintain their data in our in centralized system only, and inventory people also they maintain these in this system only. So finance, HR person, production department, planning department, all these data they all are maintaining in centralized system only. So at the time, what will happen if any customer comes to reach to salesperson, so he can check whether the uh, product is available or not. He can directly he can check. So he need not to depend on inventory person response and all. So he can directly go to centralized system and he can check whether the product is available or not. If product is not available, so is there any in process production is going on for this product, so he can directly check in this centralized system. So he can get to know that, oh, right now we are not having any final finished products. So the production is happening, this much time we need to produce, it takes to produce. So based on that, he will inform the customer, and he customer will mm, satisfy with their uh, information. So like that, if we are maintaining all the data in centralized systems, so then it is easy to, we can reduce the time, response time, or and turnaround time. If we, if for example, if we get one purchase one production order, so for procuring those materials and procuring and recruiting the resources to produce that product, and for production process, this time turnaround time will gets reduced, we can reduce with this centralized system. So based on this centralized system, we can plan how much in expected in coming months or coming year, how much we need to maintain the inventory, we need to maintain that, we can get by this centralized system, by the inventory team and finance team. This year, how much budget we allocated for this particular product, for producing this particular product. So for next year, how much we can expect to spend money on that particular product, producing that product. So based on that, he can plan to take approval from higher authorities for next 1 year. So HR team also they can get to know that how much resources they need, we need to produce these many products or like that. So based on that, he will start hiring people prior to information from production team. He can get to know that how many people, how many resource we need to recruit, like that. This information he will get from this centralized system. So production department also, how much machinery we are having, how much manpower we are having, how much production orders we will get. So these details he will get from the centralized system if they are maintaining the data, because sales team he will enter those required details, how much products he needs to deliver, by the what time he needs to deliver these details. So based on that, production people they can plan, oh, for which product we need to produce early, which product we can take time. These details he can get from the centralized system if they are maintaining any centralized system. This is the advantage of centralized system. So, Virish, do you understand why ERP needed?
Yeah, yeah, Money. I
Do you
understand.
do you have
Can you go
any
for a
queries?
previous slide?
Yes.
Here, I clearly understand the types of enterprise system. We have two types: decentralized system and a centralized system. Decentralized system is I got to know that the departments are working individually,
Yes.
and the data is storing with them itself.
Yes.
Whatever the data required for another department, they're supposed to call them or mail them. Likewise, they are maintaining. When
Yes.
coming to centralized system, they are maintaining one of the neutral
Yes. Or
neutrally
common
in
system.
common system which was
Yes.
used for individual departments. so that every department can maintain data for all.
Yes. Anyone can access the whatever the data. If sales team
Whatever, yeah,
wants to
whatever
some
the data they require, they can get
yeah,
from there.
they can access from centralized system.
Yes,
So
just a
major,
second.
yeah. So when coming to the benefits of ERP software means the major benefits was, first of all, we can save the time and expenses. If for example expenses means, for example, if any customer approach a salesperson like we need this much material, uh, we, we we need like that. So he again he passed that information to inventory team or production team. So he will what he will do, he will inform to purchasing team like this much raw material we need to produce, that information he will pass to purchasing team. If purchasing team that information he doesn't having those information, so purchase team what will do, he will order some raw material for 1 year. He will procure the raw material at a time, and he will store at inventory, they will store. So whenever the order will come, they will utilize those raw material, they will produce the product, and they will deliver those products to customer. So because of they are maintaining 1 year requirement of 1 year raw material, they are procuring at a time. So for that we are spending more expenses, because we cannot expect the how much orders will come or not, that we cannot expect. So they are investing so much on raw material procurement, so they are spending more expenses, so it will take, so lead to loss of their business. So in this manner we can save money or save time, we can save time and allow faster decision making. So any department they can mm, come to one conclusion that how much whatever the data they want, they can access from centralized system, and they will take any decisions based on the requirement. And reporting tools, so if they want to report like how much, how many products we sold out in this year or in this particular month, so they can track those records by the centralized system, and they can plan for next year or next coming days. So based on that, they can whatever the data they need, so from this centralized system they can export the reports also, like how much for which material they are spending how much raw material they are consuming, and how much amount they are spending. So these information, whatever the report, they are expecting that they can get from centralized system if they are maintaining centralized system. Single data source or sharing of data among the all units of organization. So whatever the organizations they are having, so all the information will store in one centralized system, so they can access and they can utilize those data for improvements or any gaps they are having, so they can overcome those gaps and all. Helps to help in tracking every transaction. So if whenever they want, business owners are they wants to know when they produce this product, those so that details they can track in our system. For example, if we delivered one product, so customer felt that some defect is there in that product, so he will again he come to salesperson or any a person, he will ask this product we purchased at the this time we purchased this defect having in this product. So at the time we can track when they that product we are produced, and what are the other products along with this product we did production. So those production cycle we can identify with this data, and we can, prior to uh, customer complaint, we will go and approach those customers, uh, and we can priorly we can inform the customers like these are all the defect product, so we will replace the new product, like that we can. So based on that, customer relation will improve. So we can track the data whenever we want to track any data, we can track with this centralized system. Supplies real-time information whenever required. If for example, if we are at this time we are checking how much final products we are ready to sell, so that we can access at the time real time data we can get from these centralized systems. So synchronized information and information transfer between different functional areas. Any functional areas, this information will pass. We can access those information from centralized system. These are all the main advantages, benefits of these ERP softwares. So in market, we are having different ERP software. So many ERP softwares are available. If we take Oracle Finance and PeopleSoft, BANN, JD Edwards, SAP, so different ERP softwares are available in our market. So especially for Oracle Finance, it will only, that software will work only for finance department. It cannot apply for any sales department, purchase department, production department. We cannot use this application, Oracle Finance application, for maintaining those data. So only finance related data only we can maintain in Oracle Finance. If we come to PeopleSoft, it will only for HR related, human resource related data only we can maintain in PeopleSoft software. So coming to ban production and purchase, production and purchase related information. Thus, that type of business only we can utilize this ban app. You come to JD Edwards, it will give only, it will utilize, we can utilize only for sales related information, sales departments. So for sales departments only we can utilize this JD Edwards application. So when coming to our SAP is one of the integrated ERP software. Integrated means in SAP, whatever the departments we are having in any industry, so all the departments we can utilize this SAP and we can maintain the data in SAP system. So that's why we are calling integrated ERP software. SAP is integrated ERP software. So, for example, if we take uh, any organization, they are implemented for finance department. They are implemented Oracle Finance, and for HR department, they implemented PeopleSoft, and for production and purchase, they implemented BAN. For sales department, they implemented JD Edwards. So at that time, what will happen? Again, we are coming into decentralized system. They are maintaining for individual department. They are maintaining different uh, applications they are using. So there is no connection between all these applications. Again, the decentralized system will leads to response time will take more, and we cannot get the combined reports. We cannot get, so these disadvantages by using these decentralized systems. So when coming to SAP, in SAP we can maintain finance department details in SAP only. One system, in one integrated system only, we can maintain these financial data, HR data, purchasing, production, sales, plant maintenance, whatever the departments we are having in any organization. All the data we can maintain in SAP. SAP provided that type of software. So that's why the major organizations, any big industries are using SAP only. Maximum 40% of the companies are using SAP only, SAP integrated software only. So SAP, when coming to what is SAP? SAP stands for System Applications and Products in Data Processing. Actually, it is a German company and it is founded in 1972. Actually, five IBM employees are developed these SAP ERP software. So, and right now, today, ERP serving almost 4 million customers, they are serving to, and 180 countries across the globe, they are serving these services, SAP services. So main, when we come to SAP architecture, uh, three-tier architecture will follow by SAP. Three-tier architecture means first one is the presentation layer. Presentation layer means, for example, if we are implemented if we take any organization and we implemented SAP, so whatever the users they are using this SAP software, the output data whatever we are seeing, this coming into presentation layer. Whatever the output data we are expecting, this is the presentation layer. And the application layer, and the application, SAP application, we need to install the SAP application in our user systems. So these application, where these application will run, in which system it will run, this uh, coming into this application layer. So next one is the database layer, and the data, whatever the data we are entering into SAP application, and these data where it will go and save, storage. And if we execute any report, so from where we need to get the data, from which data sources, this is called the database layer. So SAP application will work mainly three tier architecture. That's why we call it as three tier architecture. So when we come to the history of SAP, so SAP developed in 1972, founded in 1972, and after that they done some improvements, and they name it as R1, terminal or mainframe architecture in 1973, and after that they did some more improvements, uh, improved process coverage, better database and technology, and they call it as R2. And after that in 1992, they did some more improvements in SAP applications, and they can uh, they provided to save the SAP data into the client servers architectures only. So after that, in 1999 to 2004, this SAP call it as ECC. Prior to this R3 and all, after 2004, we are calling ECC. At that time in 2004, they added SRM, PLM, CRM, customer relation management, so, and integration with the web. So we are having option in SAP is, so we can get the data from non SAP systems. If we are having any mobile applications or any web applications, from from the web applications also we can get the data to SAP, and we can pass the data from SAP to non SAP applications also we can pass the data. So that improvement they did in 2004 and in ECC system. So in 2009, ERP it clubbed with advanced applications, that is same SRM, PLM, CRM and all. And right now at current, from in 2015 we got updated version of SAP, that is called S4 HANA. So in S4 HANA, the major difference between ECC and S4 HANA is, in ECC whatever the SAP we need to we need to execute any transaction, so we need SAP login pad. SAP, we will next coming classes we will get to know that what is SAP login pad and all. So we need one installation of SAP in our user system, then only we can access SAP. But in S4 HANA, we are having Fiori apps. Fiori apps, what the difference between the normal ECC to S4 HANA is, Fiori apps we can, if we are having internet connection and we are having web, then no need of SAP login pad and all, we don't require to run the SAP system. So we can browse the Fiori app and we can do the transactions whatever. This future we are getting in S4 HANA system. And they did some changes in some tables and some transactions, some BAPIs and all. They did some changes in S4 HANA when compared to ECC. So these how the SAP uh, founded and improved their versions in years. So SAP R1, they founded in 1972. All layers, presentation layer, application layer, and database. All three are placed in same system only. So in 1982 in R2, when coming to R2 system, they they based on mainframe architecture. SAP R2 system was designed to manage large global enterprises. So they improved their implemented to global large global enterprises also. So in 1992 ECC version came on R3 version, uh, with well defined separate database layer, application layer, and presentation layer. These three layers are connected to each other with networks. So presentation layer will be in one system, and application layer will be in one system, and database layer will be in another system. So there is no need in R1 what how it will work. All three will be in one system, then only it will work. But in coming to R3, so there is no need of these three layers in one system. These three layers maintaining in different servers also, we can connect through internet system. We can connect through internet all these three layers. So this they developed in ECC. Even coming to S4 HANA, yeah, absolutely. Right now, the latest version is S4 HANA. So in this, we will get fairy apps, mobile applications, mobile apps. We can use. If we have any browser, then we can access the SAP. So no need of installation of SAP. There is no not required. These and all not required in a S4 HANA system. Yeah, when coming to SAP modules, we are having different modules, almost to more than 30 modules we are having in SAP system. So major modules are majorly functional modules and technical modules are there. So when coming to technical modules, ABAP, basis, these and all coming under technical modules. ABAP means we are using some programming language. ABAP language we are using in SAP system. So ABAP means whatever the programs we are developed in SAP, the coding part and all, they will done by ABAP team only. ABAP persons they will develop any new programs and new coding they will do in ABAP. So basis team, coming to basis team they will majorly maintain networks and landscapes of SAP and user details, user credentials, these details, uh, and authorizations of users. These data they will maintain in basis department, basis module. So in coming to SAP FICO, finance and controlling module. So in finance, all the finance related data they will for that they will use FICO module. In when coming to SAP material management. So if any industry they want to raise purchase requisition. So actually, in any if you take any industry, the how the procurement will happen means first the user whatever the department they want. If for example, if production people they need some raw material to produce any final product. So for that they will raise purchase requisition. So purchase people what they will do based on this purchase requisition, how much amount of raw material they are requested. Based on this, they will find any vendor from which vendor we can get these materials and all. They will get some vendors, and for that vendors they will raise purchase order. So based on the purchase order, vendor will deliver those goods, and warehouse people they will receive those goods, and production people they will utilize those goods to produce final product. So these material purchasing related data they will we can handle in module, material management module. Coming to SAP SD, sales and distribution. Sales related all activities will be done we can handle in SD module and HR module. When coming to HR, human resource management. So in this module, the how many employees we are having, and how much amount salary we are paying, and these salary details, these and all we can maintain, we can handle by SAP HR module. So SAP PP, production planning. So how much we are having machine availability, how much resource availability, based on this how much production orders will come. So these production related data, how much we produced, these information, production related information we can handle with this SAP PP module. And when coming to SAP QM, quality management, while producing any products, we will do quality inspection of that particular any products. So these quality related data we can handle by SAP QM module. And coming to PS, project systems, this is like if we are into construction company, like if we need to build one any building, so in that cases they will use productions project systems, like first which activity we need to do, and after that which activity we need to do. These type of information are handled in PS module. And coming to plant maintenance, PM module, plant maintenance module will mainly utilize uh, wherever the production industry, if we take any production industry, in any production industry we are having different types of machinery equipments will be there. So for we need to execute, we need to do maintenance activities for all the equipments or machinery. If we suddenly, if one machine happen suddenly breakdown happen, then we need to repair that machine, and we need to run again, we need to run that machine. So these maintenance related activities will be handled in SAP PM model. And SAP PIPO, yeah, just now we discussed, like in SAP we are having a future, like we can send the data from SAP to non SAP, and we can get the data from non SAP to SAP also. So this data transfer will be done through one middleware tool, that is PIPO, process integration and process orchestration module. So and so many other modules also we are having in SAP system. These are all the main major modules we can call. These are all the main modules in SAP system. So Viresh, till now discussed in this class what is ERP system, why ERP required, and advantages of ERP system, and introduction of SAP, how SAP founded and how it improved year on year, and the latest version of SAP, and what are the different modules in SAP. These and all we discussed till now. And in next coming classes we will discuss about how to install the SAP application in our systems, and oh, basic knowledge about SAP system will discuss in the next coming classes. So till now, are you clear, Viresh?
Yes, Money. I got the points which was presented today
Yeah,
about from ERP to what are the modules which are involved in SAP, why
yeah.
SAP is used in industries and
Okay.
everything.